Check, check. Check, check. Hello and Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is very nice to see you on this Erev Shabbat. Nice to see you too. Okay, good. Excellent. We've made that deep connection to continue with our service. That's really, really nice. It is going to be a lovely and fabulous Shabbat. Every Shabbat is lovely and fabulous, but particularly because we have so many of our youth who are going to be leading us and teaching us and graduating. Can't believe it from our school. So we're going to have confirmation. We're going to have graduation, and we're going to have our installation of our brand new youth board. All during the service. We promise to have you out by 11:15 p.m. So we have good snacks for you afterwards, so you'll sustain yourselves. It's nice and cold, so you won't fall asleep. And so it'll be really, 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 really fabulous. Super fabulous extra. Mindbach family celebrating Lucas tomorrow at 10 a.m. in this very spot, in this very congregation. So excited about that as well. So lots of smachot, lots of happy moments here at the congregation. If you don't know who that is, it's Cantor Muchnick. I'm Rabbi Keller. We have two other rabbis here. We have Rabbi Silver sitting right here. We have Rabbi Greenberg sitting in the back over there. So anyone else a rabbi? Anyone else want to be a rabbi? We have a crew here that can just make you one, really. If you want to be one, we could make you into a rabbi right now if you want to. So, okay, great. No other takers. It's a good job. Lots of challah. So if you want to have it. So if this is your first time here or your 100th time, as a reminder, your Siddur, your prayer book, is under your seat. So reach right under your seat, and that's where you're going to find your book. If you don't have one right under your seat, there is going to be one close by, maybe one spot over. So if you don't have one under your seat, you can ask the person next to you to maybe share or look under their seat for their Siddur. And so we are going to continue with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. So we're going to invite Lucas and David and Angeline to join us. We're also going to invite our SLJ staff. So that is Miriam Rafrano. She is our interim director of SLJ. And Annie Rosenthal, who is our youth engagement professional. And we're inviting the confirmants to the Kiddush. Okay, so the confirmants will hang, and then we'll do Kiddush. So we are on page 2 in your Siddurim.
Baruch Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We're also going to invite our confirmands to come and join us up here. Now that we have lit our Shabbat candles, we are now amidst our Shabbat, our 25 hours of delight, and we're going to further bring forth our sweetness of Shabbat with the words of Kiddush, which can be found on page 5 in your Siddur. In a moment, we're going to continue moving into Kabbalat Shabbat, the appreciation of the space of Shabbat around us, just to explain a little bit how our service is going to flow. So for the majority of the service part, our confirmands are going to be the ones who are jumping in and out to help to lead the service. They are also going to be doing two different things. So each confirmand is going to be doing something called an iyun. That is a connection to a particular prayer they're going to talk about. And they're also going to do what is called a sermonette. So a little, their own little version of a sermon that might connect to their experience of becoming a confirmand, what it means to be standing here, what it means to take the steps in their lives as high school students to come here and hang out with us for do services and come for Hebrew school, where they could be doing a million other things, and yet they chose to be with us. And so you'll hear some iyunim, and you'll hear some of the sermonettes. And then, of course, you'll hear from all the other youth at some other point in the service. But the confirmands are the primary ones who are going to be leading us throughout our service. As we continue now with Psalm 96, which is on page 13, Shiru Ladonai.
Shiru Ladonai kol haaretz, Shiru Ladonai shir chadash, Shiru Ladonai kol haaretz, Shiru Ladonai shir chadash. חדש. שירו לאדוני כל הארץ. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש. I will sing unto God a new song.
We continue now with Chatzi Kaddish, which can be found in your Siddur, in your prayer books, on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעולמה נברח ירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעולמה ואמרו
Amen. Until now, we have lit our candles, we have sipped some of our wine for Kiddush, and we have transitioned out of Kabbalat Shabbat through Chatzi Kaddish. And now we enter the Baruch Hu, which is a section called Shema Uvirchoteha, Shema and her blessings. And so this is perhaps the crux of our service, where we reflect on creation and revelation and redemption in these beautiful moments that we get to share together, particularly with all of our youth who are sitting behind us and celebrating this beautiful day and this beautiful evening into Shabbat. And so we're going to transition ourselves now into the beginnings of Shema or Vichoteha, this section with the Baruch Hu, page 28, and together we stand.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? La 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 la, 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 la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam moed, le'olam moed. La 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 la, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la.
The day speeds off, the sky begins to fade, the stars shine bright like a dream that once came true. God sets the scene, both sunshine and the shade. The sunset glows in colors softly laid, the day speeds off, the sky begins to fade. Bedtime stories came when skies turned deeper blue. God sets the scene, both sunshine and the shade. A memory the starlight pulls right through. The day slips off, the sky begins to fade. The stars above feel brighter, unafraid. They know who they're shining for. God sets the scene, both sunshine and the shade. Each night returns with love that doesn't change. Old faces smiling in a sky that's true. The day speeds off, the sky begins to fade. God sets the scene, both sunshine and the shade. Baruch atah Adonai, ha ma'ariv arivim.
Tonight in this room, we feel the love that envelops us. The Avat Olam prayer, which means love of the world or eternal love, speaks to the eternal love that God has for all of us and our connection to each other and to God. We thank God for the Torah, commandments, and express the belief and hope that God's love will always be with us. We express our gratitude for the love that sustains us and guides us throughout our lives, no matter where we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And we will now continue on page 34 for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
My name is Craig Zeller, and I am 15 years old. I attended Donna Klein Jewish Academy from kindergarten until 7th grade, then transferred to my current school, North Broward Prep. Going to North Broward was a big change for me, but one I knew that I want to continue my Jewish education. I started attending SLJ here at CBI in 8th grade and hope to continue until I leave for college. One of my favorite things at CBI is volunteering as a madrich. I love helping Maura Davidson every Sunday in her classroom, helping teach her students about Hebrew and Judaism. I have volunteered since 8th grade, and Maura Davidson is the kindest teacher. I am also a member of BISY, the Temple's Jewish youth group. I appreciate BISY because it gives me a chance to associate and make friends with other Jewish kids. I also like being in a leadership position. Doing so helps me prepare for the future. CBI has been an integral part of my life for the last 3 years, starting with my bar mitzvah until my confirmation today. My grandparents are no longer with me, but I know they would be proud that I continued my Jewish education and became a proud Zionist. Thank you, Rabbi Keller and Cantor Mushnick, for your friendship and leadership. Thank you to my mom and little brother, especially my mom, for pushing me every step of the way and making me keep going to Hebrew school even on days when I didn't want to go at all. And thank you all for helping me celebrate our confirmation.
Shalom. Shalom. We continue now on page 36 with Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
As the sea split and our ancestors escaped Pharaoh's wrath, Moses led our people to salvation through God's salty path. Though many obstacles were already conquered, 40 years through sand awaits. The Jews made it before, and they'll make it again, after some songs to celebrate. Please join us on page 40 for the Miha Moha.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
My name is Cassidy Note. B'nai has been my second home for around 14 years now. I started in the turning threes and haven't left since. I've met so many wonderful people here and learned so much throughout my entire time. I wanted to thank all of my teachers, all the clergy, and all the people who make this place so meaningful. I want to also thank Ms. Davidson, who has been a huge part of my Jewish learning throughout SLJ and taught me to apply the values and teachings of the Torah to my everyday life. As we move into the next prayer, I would like to tell you guys a time where I truly looked for God's help and left my life in his hands. Safety and comfort are things we all long for. However, we don't always have these feelings. In February of 2024, I was in Dallas with my little sister for a cheerleading competition. When I agreed to go on this trip, I'll admit, it was for personal pleasure of going to Texas, but this trip changed my whole family forever in a way we would have never expected. We were sitting in the hotel lobby next to the convention center that my sister was supposed to compete in later that day. We weren't even there for 10 minutes when we started to hear the most gut-wrenching screams and crying coming down the hall. We see a stampede of people running towards us, screaming, "Shooter." In these moments, you have no clue what you're up against, and you have no clue what to do. All you can do is pray. My mom and my sister ran one way, but ended up getting separated. My dad stayed to help, and I ran another way to help. My entire family ended up getting separated, and it took us over an hour to get my entire family back together in our original hotel room. The prayer Hashkivenu asks God to lie us down in peace and rise up again to life. It expresses our deep desire for safety, comfort, and protection throughout the night, a time often associated with fear and vulnerability. Although this happened during the day, this prayer reminds us that while the world may feel uncertain or even frightening, we can find peace in the belief that we are being watched over. We continue on page 42 with the Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, V'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
My name is Brady Gemstone, and it's hard to believe that it's almost my 14th year in B'nai Israel. I've been coming here since I was just 2 years old, and over the time, this place has become more than just a synagogue to me. It's become a second home. Throughout the years, I've had so many meaningful experiences that shaped who I am. From being part of Letaken, where I got to see how Jewish values connect to real-world changes, to serving as a madraha since 7th grade, helping younger students grow and explore their identities, to spending a summer as a CIT, learning what it means to lead with compassion and purpose. Every step has deepened my connection not only to my community, but also to my own Jewish identity. Jewish values like tzedek, justice, mitzvah, doing good, lashon hara, avoiding gossip, tikkun olam, repairing the world, pikuah nefesh, preserving life mentally and physically, shalom bayit, which is peace in the home, shalom aleinu, peace for all of us, and tikva, hope. These aren't just words we learn in religious school. They're the compass I turn to, especially when I'm feeling lost or uncertain. They remind me to stay kind, stay grounded, and stay true to who I want to be. All of this connects to Lador Vador, which is from generation to generation, because just as our parents and grandparents passed these traditions and values to us, it's now our turn to carry them forward and to live them out, and to continue to make sure they grow with meaning in today's world. As we move into the Amidah, I invite you to think about the values that guide you and how we each play a part in shaping a more just, kind, and hopeful future. Thank you. Please rise for the Amidah on page 46.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Koneh HaKol, v'Zocher Chasei Avot v'Imahot, Umei Gula Livnei B'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We're on page 58 for the Hoda'ah. I wrote a acrostic poem expressing the gratitude aspect of the Hoda'ah. H, highlights unnoticed moments. O, open arms to life's gifts. D, deep appreciation. A, acknowledging kindness. A, abundant grace. And H, honor simple acts.
We take some time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, and meditations. We'll conclude those thoughts and moments on page 62, and whenever you're finished, please be seated. Continue on page 62. We think of those in our community who are in need of healing, a physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. On this Shabbat, we think of Jonathan Mark Angel, Lillian Angel, Robert Arnold, Tori and Gary Bandel, Terry Bodrow, Diane Brownick, Sloan Caston, Gary Cohen, Mark Davis, DJ Deal, Elijah Deal, Xavier Deal, Nelson Duncan, Gus Faustini, Stephanie Simon Geronimus, Phyllis Ginsburg, Lawrence Goldman, Ali Goldstein, Ben Hoffman, Paul Calliner, Phyllis Kimmel, Rhoda Kortner, Johanna Lickstein, Marty Mayer, Laurel Mosley, Heather Nitsch, Carol Porowich, Dana Ron, Gary Riolo, Kathy Ruggiero, Jennifer Marie Salad, Joshua Levi Salad, Barbara Scheiber, Miriam Schumacher, Betsy Solomon, Robert Solomon, Stephen Smollow, Sheila Smith, Gay, Allison Wiener, Joel Zakin, Heather Zakin, Michael Zoll, Leah Bat Sarah, Leah Chaya Bat Sarah Toba, Stephen Elek, Amanda Brooks. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time? Continue with Mishaberach 253 in your Siddur, 253.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say
As a presentation to our confirmands and to all of our youth here and celebrating you, it's my pleasure to invite two people to join us on the bima right now, Rachel Weiner and Jenny Reese. Rachel Weiner is almost like a month away officially from the VP of Education here at Congregation Ben Israel. And Jenny Reese is also like moments from being our SLJ chair here at Congregation Ben Israel. So it's a pleasure to invite you both up and share some words to all of our kids here, all of our youth.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rachel Weiner, and I am honored to be the incoming Vice President of Education. It's not on?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No? Okay. I'm Jenny Reese, the incoming chair of the SLJ board. We're so excited to be here tonight to celebrate a truly meaningful occasion: the graduation of our incredible SLJ students, the confirmation of our inspiring 10th grade class, and the installation of our newest BISY board members.
What a joy it is to be standing in a room filled with so much pride and accomplishment. Tonight is more than a ceremony, it's a milestone. It's a moment to reflect on years of hard work, growth, and community.
Absolutely. We're here to honor not only the achievements of our amazing students, but also the dedication of the families who have supported them every step of the way, through carpools, study sessions, and maybe even a few bribes to get to class on time.
Graduates, you've done something remarkable. You've completed a program that's not just about education, but about identity, heritage, and values. Through SLJ, you've learned what it means to be part of the Jewish story, to carry forward traditions, ask big questions, and live with purpose.
And to the parents, tonight is your celebration too. Thank you for investing in your children's Jewish education. Your commitment has laid the foundation for something truly lasting. And we're so grateful for your partnership with SLJ.
We also want to take a moment to recognize a group of students who are already showing us what leadership looks like. Let's give a round of applause to our newest members of our BISY board.
These students have stepped up to serve their peers, to bring ideas to life, and to help shape the future of our youth programming. You've shown initiative, passion, and heart, and we are so proud of you.
To our new BISY board members, your voices matter, your leadership matters. We're excited to see how you help our community grow and thrive.
And now, we turn our attention to a very special group, our 10th grade confirmation class. These students have spent the year learning with our clergy, engaging in thoughtful, often challenging conversations about God, prayer, and the big theological questions that shape our lives as Jews.
Confirmation is more than a milestone. It's a powerful moment of ownership and maturity in Jewish life. We are so proud of the curiosity, honesty, and depth these students brought to every discussion. Their willingness to explore what faith and identity mean to them is an inspiration to all of us. And we know they'll continue to grow as thoughtful, compassionate Jewish leaders.
And to all our graduates, you are the future of the Jewish people. Whether you're heading off to college, to new adventures, or to summer camp next week, carry your SLJ experience with you. Let it inspire you to lead with kindness, live with purpose, and stay connected to your roots.
We believe in you, we celebrate you, and we can't wait to see what you'll do next.
Mazel tov to all.
That's really nice. I like that. No, not yet. No, I believe we switched the order. I don't think people talk that nice to me about my confirmation. People were like, here, we have a book for you, Mazel Tov. It's very nice. It's very nice. All right. Confirmands, come over here. Gather around us. You can put your books down. Come stand over here. Yay, hi. 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 So to our confirmands, I think there are different steps and levels of the joy we can share with all of our youth that are here, that commit themselves to come to CBI, to be part of our community. And I think maybe initially the first hardest one is confirmation, because although we have beautiful programming that starts post-bar and bat mitzvah and into 8th and all the way through 12th, we make you work the hardest at confirmation. We have pretty difficult conversations. We have in-depth look at pieces of text and books. And so we are so happy that you're here right now in this very moment. And look, all these people are happy too. Look at them, look. That group was happier than that group. But they were also happy. Like that group was like, yay, yay. They were like, yay, over there. So it's interesting that we connect this moment with this new book of the Torah. We enter the book of Numbers this week, Bamidbar. And Bamidbar is interesting for a lot of reasons. Tell me why, Rabbi? I'll tell you. It's really interesting because there's this cool idea that it reminds us that the Torah, the idea of Torah, was given not in Israel, not at a certain place, but actually in the wilderness. It was in the desert, which, what does a desert look like? Help me. Sand. What else? Mountainous. Yeah, what else? Your turn. It's like, it could be plain, could be nothing, yes, and? What's that? Barren, not a bear, like, barren, nice, okay, good. And so there's this beautiful idea that the Torah is given nowhere because it doesn't necessarily belong to anyone. You have to decide to accept it. You have to decide to say, I want to study some Torah. I want to be part of a group of people who studies Torah. And you are showing us this in this moment. Because it's just sitting out there. Anyone can really take it. It's sort of out there. And so there's this idea that people say that the Jewish people are chosen people, which is lovely, but we also have to choose in these moments. And so I am so excited that you got to choose in this moment from this space where really anyone can choose. So that's one. 2, Sunday night is Erev Shavuot. And Shavuot is one of the 3 pilgrimage holidays. There's Passover, there's Sukkot, and there's Shavuot. And Shavuot is most people's favorite holiday because no one's heard of it. Because it is in the summer, right after school ends usually, and after school ends usually, everyone's like, I'm not studying anything anymore or talking about anything academic anymore, and I'll see you back in August. And so that's why most people don't know about Shavuot, but it's Sunday night into Monday. Aren't you excited? Look, Rabbi Silvers is excited. Do you know why Rabbi Silvers is excited, by the way? Do you know why clergy are excited about this? I will tell you. Because in Shavuot, the story is that we receive the Torah. And to connect this moment, there's a special food that you get to eat that the rabbis thought looked like the tablets, like the 10 Commandments, the tablets. What food might look like the 10 Commandments? It's kind of like the narrow columns. What does that look like? Rabbi Silvers, you can't answer. What does it look like? What's that? Raglach is a great answer, by the way, and thank you for baking some and bringing it to us. I appreciate that. Cassidy, thank you. What is it? Rabbi Silvers, what is it? Blintzes. Everyone loves a good blintz, and so it's really good. Raise your hand if you like blintzes. Raise your hand if you're not raising your hand, then you really like blintzes, but you didn't raise your hand. Yes. How many people, what do you like on your blintzes? Go. Cherries, berries, good. Rabbi Silver said nothing, just blintzes. All right, I got fruits. And anyone like chocolate on their blintzes? Yes, excellent. How about some rum? I'm making that up. I don't know. It just sounds really fun. I have no idea. I don't know. It sounds like a flambe of blintzes. I don't know. Good. So back to you. So this holiday is this moment at confirmation, and sometimes it's like now, it's close to confirmation because we get to celebrate the 10 Commandments with you. We get to celebrate the sort of columns, and in those columns is sweetness. Because you're so sweet to us, and because you are making this commandment, this commitment to connect to the commandments and all these ideas. And so this is why Miriam and Annie prepared for you fresh blintzes to be served at your home on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. For Rabbi Silvers, 8 a.m. So 3 sets. Thank you, by the way, for making those for us. Don't forget, for Cantor Muchnick, they have to be gluten-free blintzes. So good luck figuring that out. I don't know what that looks like. So we are so excited to celebrate this moment with you. Not just this idea of you choosing this Torah in a space, in a wilderness that not everyone chooses, and also the sweetness that connects to Shavuot and the blintzes, and this idea that we also endeavor to celebrate in the land of milk and honey, which is Israel. And so we are so excited to continue this journey with you, and not just end it here, but know that one day we'll be back on this bima, just in 2 years, back here for your graduation, like the graduates that are going to be here. Yay! So the cantor is we're going to go up to the bima over there, and we're going to give you like an official blessing. You good with that? All right, we're going to go up there. Go ahead. Please stand.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
May God's presence be with you all the days of your life and grant you peace. As together we all say, Amen. Please be seated. It is a pleasure to officially bring up Miriam Refrano, our interim director of SLJ, officially now interim director of SLJ. As of today. Woo. Woo.
So I am honored to be able
And Annie Rosenthal, sorry. Okay.
I'm honored to be able to give our confirmands their gifts from the SLJ. I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that all of our confirmands, while they're all sitting on this space together, they all got to this space very differently. For some of them, that meant joining us on Zoom when they were able. For some of them, that meant just coming to connect with us to be a madrich or madricha. And for others, that meant not joining us and then joining us again this year to confirm and reconfirm their Jewish identity and this journey that they're on with us. And so I just wanted to thank you all because I think it's a beautiful reminder to all of us that no matter where we go, this space is always here to come back to. And I hope for you, confirmands, you always remember that just like your bar bat mitzvah, this is just a milestone in your Jewish journey, and you will continue to join us. And beyond our spaces, you continue to find these lovely Jewish spaces to continue to enrich your life. So we have a small gift for all of you. I will show you all what they are, and then we will give it to them. They're all the same. They get a lovely certificate that acknowledges their confirmation. They get the unscrolled book, which is all about Pirkei Avot, and it talks about different Torah stories in kind of a relatable way, which is lovely. And then the last is a Tanakh, which is lovely. So each of you will be receiving one of those. And we just want to say how proud we are and how much nachas we have for all of you. So thank you. Sorry, Craig, we opened this. Cassidy? Okay, bye.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. My name is Annie Rosenthal. I am the youth engagement professional here. And we are now going to transition into installing our newly elected BISY board. So, over the past year, the B'nai Israel Senior Youth Board has embraced a wide range of leadership responsibilities. This group of teens is thoughtful, intentional, charismatic, and endlessly entertaining. Together, we've traveled, volunteered in the community, learned, and led meaningful programs, all while serving as role models for CBI's youth. It's been a joy to watch them grow into confident, capable leaders, and I'm truly excited to see where their journeys will take them next. To begin our ceremony, we will first invite up our graduating board members to the bima. So I kindly ask that you hold all of your applause and kvetching until the end. So I would like to first up invite up Maciel Wilson, one-term communication vice president, two-term programming vice president, and one-term president. And this is her gavel. I would next like to invite up Lila Kaminer, a four-term social action and Tikkun Olam vice president. Hello. Up next are our incoming board members. So I would like to invite up our incoming co-presidents, Tali Avivi and Aviv Keller, our programming vice president, Haley Shapiro, our Tikkun Olam vice president, Gabby Meinbach, our religious and cultural vice president, Sarah Kaminer, our membership vice president, Lior Keller, our financial vice president, Eli Rudikoff, could not be here tonight, but he would be up here. Our junior youth group liaison, Jack Feldman, and our 9th grade representative, Kai Rudikoff, also could not be here tonight. Oh, and yes, thank you. And our communications vice president, Hannah Kaminer. I'm so sorry. It's the communication, that's why I need her. Okay, I would also like to introduce the addition of the 8th grade committee made up of our incoming 8th graders who will be joining us first semester as general board members at every other meeting, and then second semester as shadows to the board members. Our 8th grade committee includes Paul Waskabajnik, Samantha Waskabajnik, Bella Marlowe, and Ashley Tanser, who couldn't be here tonight. So all of my incoming board members, take one, pass it. We offer our heartfelt support and appreciation for these young leaders who have been chosen to serve both our community and the North American Federation of Temple Youth. May they be inspired to collaborate with purpose, pursue our shared aspirations, and honor the legacy they now carry forward. We are grateful for their dedication, enthusiasm, and willingness to step forward and lead. As the newly elected BISY board sets out to accomplish its goals, we wish them strength in moments of challenge, hope in times of doubt, and patience and perseverance in the face of obstacles. May their efforts continue to reflect the values and vision of BISY, the North American Federation of Temple Youth, and Congregation B'nai Israel, and may they lead with integrity, compassion, and commitment to community. I'm going to ask you all now to read this together.
Before this congregation, I gratefully accept the honor and responsibility entrusted to me by Congregation B'nai Israel Senior Youth and my peers. I commit to serving our responsibility
with dedication, integrity, and respect.
I pledge to invest my time and energy in supporting our goals and meeting our needs. I will lead with humility, serve with heart, and strive to represent CBI with pride in all that I do. May my leadership help strengthen the community and inspire others to do the same.
Great job. I would like to note I did not teach them how to read. I'm going to now ask Maciel to pass her gavel. And because we now have co-presidents, I am introducing a second gavel into the rotation. So please pass your gavels to the next presidents.
Both of you, not just one of you. You said to me, I don't get it. Both of you, get one. Yay! Yeah. Oh, but this one says busy board president.
They both say busy board president. The other one just is loved. Loved. Keller, Rabbi Keller. Yes.
What? Are they sitting?
Yes,
Okay.
they're going to come back.
Oh, no, you're standing here. Leadership is a very interesting concept because leaders can be the ones who are out front, the ones who are loud, the ones who seem like there should be the leaders. And then, by the way, there are ones who are leaders who are very different types of leaders. They are the ones who are maybe the first ones to arrive, the last ones to leave, the ones who pick up everything, the ones who make sure everyone has all of their stuff, all of their all of the items that they need. And that's how a leadership system works together. The other piece of leadership that I think is really important is how we listen to one another. Because there's a beautiful Jewish text that says that we are born with one mouth, but 2 eyes and 2 ears. And so because of that, sometimes talking less is better, and seeing and listening perhaps is much more important. And so, as leaders, mention this very popular story that we just talked about, and that is the story of Nachshon. Anyone know the story of Nachshon? Nachshon ben Aminadav? My mother is shaking yes, so that's good. She's been teaching for a long time. 2 years. So yes. There's a story of Nachshon. So the Israelites are standing at the sea, and the Egyptians are behind them, and they're very nervous, and they don't know what to do because they can't cross through the sea, and they can't go back because the Egyptians are behind them. And so Moses grabs his staff and holds it up and says, "Go." And the sea doesn't part. And then Moses stands back a little bit, and he runs more to the sea and raises up the staff and says, "Open," or "Go." And nothing happens. And so the Israelites get nervous that their leader, that Moshe, can't open the sea, and they get very nervous. And so one really unknown guy, who is not really in any official text, named Nachshon ben Aminadav, decides maybe he has to show everyone, maybe he has to show God that he's prepared for this moment. No one really knows. So he takes it upon himself to step back a few spaces and jumps up into the air and into the water. This really unknown guy, and the second he hits the water, the sea parts. And so it wasn't Moshe, and it wasn't Aaron, and it wasn't Miriam, but a random guy. And so there's the connection on, one could be Moses, someone's maybe Miriam, someone's maybe Aaron, someone's just maybe Nachshon, just being the one who realizes enough faith, enough seeing the right moment, and being the leader. So our blessings for you is to figure out which one you are, and then the most important part, figuring out who everyone else is collectively so that the team works best together. So we wish you the best in this endeavor to carry forth our youth at Congregation B'nai Israel. Big task placed on your shoulders in the great hands and guidance of Annie Rosenthal.
Please join me in welcoming your 2025-26 BISY board. Good job, guys. All right, everyone go take a seat.
Still you, eh?
I'm still talking. All right, we are now going to transition into our graduation portion of the evening. Don't worry, as Rabbi Keller says, only 3 more hours. I would first like to talk about one of our graduates who was not able to join us tonight. He unfortunately could not get his shift covered. But when I first met Bennett Siegel, he was not super involved in Congregation B'nai Israel. He took a break after his bar mitzvah. And through multiple conversations with some help from the Avivi sisters, Bennett joined the BISY board as the membership vice president a few months after I began. He has been a dynamic and vibrant personality in our group since then. If I close my eyes and I listen really hard, I can still hear that high-pitched laugh that he does. It's like echoing in my head. It's an honor to share with you all that Bennett will be following in his father Spencer Siegel's footsteps as he attends the University of South Florida in the fall, where he will be studying finance. Go Bulls. Maciel Wilson is the first teenager that I met when I began my role here at CBI in 2022. It was a couple days after I had arrived, and she marched right into the youth lounge to introduce herself and tell me all about BISY, her school, and the drama of working at a plant store. Since then, I've seen nothing but growth in Maciel. She has become a strong and energetic leader and has filled the role of president of BISY. I'm so proud to share with everyone that in the fall, she will be moving to Los Angeles, where she will be participating in the John Wells Division of Writing for Screen and Television at the University of Southern California School for Cinematic Arts, a program that only admits between 30 and 35 students each year. Maciel Wilson, please come on up.
Shabbat Shalom, Congregation B'nai Israel. As you just heard, I'm Maciel Wilson, and I'm grateful for being able to be here standing in front of you today, as me and Lila celebrate the end of high school for us and our graduation. Looking back on the time that I've spent at Congregation B'nai Israel, I'm happy to say that I've made some of my closest friends here. I'm so happy that I've been able to spend time here and that I'm part of this community. I started coming to CBI when I was in 4th grade. And at first, I was really scared because it was a year later than a lot of kids my age. But they ended up letting me into a class with a lot of my friends. After this, I realized that it was a welcoming place and I actually did want to be here. Before coming to SLJ, I never really thought about being Jewish and what it meant to me. I just knew that I was Jewish. Here, I was able to learn about Jewish traditions, history, and what it means to be Jewish, and how it can be different for each person. SLJ also taught me how important community is, and that it was a place that truly cared about facilitating relationships between people. A certain community that I joined here was BISY, B'nai Israel Senior Youth. This is our 8th through 12th grade youth group. At first, I was really scared about being accepted and fitting in with the kids who were older than me, but soon after I joined, it felt like home. I was always excited to have a BISY meeting, and I look forward to every event that we had. It allowed me to create lifelong bonds that I may not have found anywhere else. BISY also taught me how to be a good leader, no matter what position I'm in. And nearing my senior year, I was happy to be elected president, but I knew that was going to be a huge challenge that I hadn't faced before. I was able to overcome my fear and become a leader within my community that led to wonderful services and events that welcomed everyone, and there was always a space for everybody. Even outside of BISY, I've had so many opportunities to become a leader, including the Let Ken Social Justice Seminar in Washington, D.C. There, I was able to meet other Jewish teens and lobby on Capitol Hill for a bill that I believed in. This opportunity is something that I've never heard of before I came to CBI. It gave me a voice that I never knew was possible to have at just 15 years old. I learned that my voice is powerful and that my voice can change the world. Without CBI, I would not have had this chance to speak out on issues that I find important on the same level. CBI fostered a place where I was able to truly figure out how to be a leader, and I'm proud to say that I'm able to bring that with me to the University of Southern California. Even though I'm not going for something surrounding political science, I'm able to use the voice that I found here for my scripts while I'm studying writing for film and TV. CBI has taught me to not be afraid about who I am and what I want to say, and to branch out and meet new people, which will definitely help me as I continue to grow. The Torah portion this week is Bamidbar. It discusses how Moses takes the census of the fighting men, but something to note is that women are not mentioned at all. This Torah portion makes women invisible. In biblical times, I'm sure that things were very different, but it's important to highlight that now women are able to be in the same positions of power as others and to be great leaders and not just men. I highlight this because I myself am a woman who is concluding my BISY presidency. I believe that especially as a past leader of our youth group, it is important to allow for a space that lets everyone have an equal opportunity for leadership and that uplifts each person. Overall, I'm grateful for the experiences that I've been able to have within this community. I will always be happy to say that I was a part of this family. I want to thank Rabbi Keller and Dr. Cantor Muchnick. He's a doctor now. Fancy. for guiding us through our Jewish journey. I also want to thank Miriam for always being there for me, and for Annie for being the best youth advisor that I've ever had, and that I could ever ask for. I also want to thank my parents, who have dealt with me with all my college applications and for the past 18 years of my life, and who are supporting my decision to go to film school. You have all been there for me no matter what, and have made a major impact on my journey of learning who I am, not just as a Jewish person, but as a person as a whole. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Lila Kaminer has been a force to reckon with from the moment I met her. I have learned so much from Lila in so many different areas, including politics, pop culture, inclusion, and social justice. I have seen Lila go through 4 different hair colors, various female musician obsessions, and differing levels of involvement and intensity at her dance studio. While Lila has just graduated from high school, she has spent the last 4 years as a dual-enrolled student at FAU High School, where she has also been earning college credit. Because of this, Lila has only 1 semester left to graduate with her Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Following her undergrad, she will begin studying for the LSAT to apply to law school as an 18-year-old. Lila, come on up.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Lila Kaminer, and I am so grateful to be speaking to you all today as a graduate. I would like to take you through my CBI and SLJ journey. In the summer going into 5th grade, I went to Jewish sleepaway camp for the first time. I instantly fell in love with the Jewish community I found there. Going to Friday night services, talking about future bat mitzvahs, and more was so fascinating to me, as I had never been to Hebrew school. When I got home, I told my dad I wanted to start going. That is when we found CBI. Though I was behind in Hebrew and Judaics, I quickly caught up and fell in love with coming here. Mrs. Davidson made Hebrew interesting, and trying to catch up became a fun challenge for me. All throughout middle school, I became invested in my Jewish education. Every Tuesday, I would enjoy coming here, and it is where I made my first friend at Hebrew school, Maciel. Going to her Star Wars themed bat mitzvah got me excited for my own, and that is when COVID hit. Going into 8th grade during a pandemic was a different kind of difficulty I had never experienced. I lost touch with good friends, stopped dancing in person, and stopped being able to come to CBI each week. Despite these challenges, I continued at SLJ virtually and even became a madricha. My first class I ever had was with Miss Ashley's kindergarteners, who would sit restlessly on a Zoom doing crafts or hitting their unmute buttons. Working with the kids, even virtually, became such an honor and joy for me, and I knew it was something I would want to continue. However, virtual school became more challenging, and signing on to SLJ became even harder. Then it came time for B'nai Israel Senior Youth, or BISY, and that is when I fell in love with Hebrew school again. I was so excited to be a part of BISY, even though I was not heavily involved with the youth group. It is there where I met some of my closest friends. Becoming a part of BISY solidified my love and commitment for SLJ. And in the 9th grade, I started FAU High School, and continuing my extracurriculars became a challenge for me. It is often said that freshman year at FAU High is like boot camp, and I completely agree with this statement. I became constantly suffocated by homework and tests, and I felt completely trapped in my schoolwork. Despite this, I continued to coming to SLJ and participating in BISY. CBI became the escape for me, a place where I could take a break from all my work and just focus on community. This continued for me in 10th through 12th grade, where I continued to hold the position of Tikkun Olam Vice President on the board. In the 11th grade, I was able to be a part of the Litaken Social Justice Seminar in Washington, D.C. This experience is one that truly changed my life, as politics has always been something that interests me, and it is what I will be graduating with my bachelor in. Having first-hand experience in D.C. was life-changing. That brings me to today. Senior year was truly the busiest and most stressful year of my life. Trying to plan ahead and say goodbye while still going to school was exhausting. However, CBI was always there to be a helping hand and support me in all my endeavors. Bamidbar, our Torah portion this week, focuses on the concept of who counts and the taking of a census. And though I haven't been taking a census, I have been figuring out who and what counts in my life. Ending high school has opened up a world of opportunities that I have yet to explore. So I need to take what counts to heart while I move on to my next chapter. CBI, my parents, my sisters, and my grandmother, and more are what counts, and the things I will hold with me as I move on through life. As I look to you all today, I want to thank my parents as well as Rabbi Kahn, Rabbi Keller, and Kenner David. You have all been a guiding light in my Jewish journey. Thank you to Miriam for listening to me yap on Tuesday nights, and thank you to all the teachers I have had here. And most importantly, I want to thank Annie. Where are you? Thank you for always supporting me and being a shoulder I can lean on. Without you, BISY, and CBI, I would not be here today. Though my journey here started a bit later, I've loved every moment growing up here. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
They're so impressive. All three of the young adults that I have mentioned just now have played a vital role in shaping BISY into what it is today. I'm so grateful for your help in not only shaping, but also growing and supporting this youth group over the years, but also for trusting me as your advisor. I've contacted the Hillels at your schools to let them know you're coming, and I will be sending you emails on Tuesday. I'm so proud of you guys. Mazel tov.
Nice.
Yeah.
We are going to continue.
No, that's not it.
No, what? We're going to continue now. Good, that's right. With bringing the graduates back up. Come over here. Come back over here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So USC is a great area, by the way. I used to live around the USC area. My wife Lisa was going through a PhD program at USC. She got a P for her PhD because she didn't like the program. So she got another master's degree. It's like water for her. Like, oh, I got another master's. But we were living in like family housing at USC. It was a delight. Not at all. What I hear though now is it's gorgeous and it's lovely and there's a Trader Joe's. It's a very nice Trader Joe's, and I think that would have changed the whole experience living right by USC. And so I'm really happy that you have Trader Joe's.
Thank you.
That's all I have to say to you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Lila, do you also like Trader Joe's?
Love it.
Well, then I feel like all of my words are complete. You are 12th graders. This is the pinnacle. You figure out how to navigate your lives, your school, your balance, everything that was surrounding you, and yet you still came on Tuesday, and you still dedicated yourself on Sundays, and you still came to be part of our youth group, and you still gave of your hours and your time. And one of the most favorite things that I love about these kind of moments is to watch the development of how you end up physically here, meaning who drops you off, who is going to carpool you, how are you going to get here, and then you show up in your own car, and then you drive yourself here, and then you bring other people with you in the car. And it's this beautiful development of like, oh my gosh, they're growing up. It's so nice. Yay. Yay. And so Bemidbar is the beginning. because there's no such thing as ends and beginnings in Judaism. It doesn't exist. Everything is a cycle and everything connects. And so although this is, quote, an end, because you are 12th graders and because you are moving on to bigger and better things, we're not going to let you do that. And so we're going to make sure that you're still connected and we're still going to hang out. You're going to be local, so thank you for volunteering to do everything at Congregation B'nai Israel. We appreciate that, Delilah. Thank you. And we're going to send you all these cool packages to your dorm. And this is Annie's. She loves doing this. Yeah. Yeah, Annie's gonna fold up the cardboard cutout and send it to you. Yes, that's. I don't want to fight you over that. It's my personal belongings. You shipped it, so we're just having a personal conversation. I'm sorry. So we're going to take this transitional moment and we're going to make it as holy as these moments are as we transition. And as we ended a book last week and move into a book this week, the most popular and the most thoughtful way that we can capture this moment for all of us is the words that we said last week that carry us into a new Torah portion of Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. The idea is that we're strong, but we continue to strengthen ourselves. And so it's the two of you, it's this moment that we have with our confirmands and with our BISY board that keeps us strong and keeps us a holy community and allows us to be able to share in this beautiful and fabulous moment with all of you. So thank you for helping us make CBI a holy space.
I also have gifts for you guys. So I will let you unwrap these, but there is some personal things, some Jewy things. You will each get a certificate of graduation, along with a book, which is the illustrated Pirkei Avot, and some other fun, mostly college-themed goodies. So congratulations, and don't forget to FaceTime me.
We're going to continue now with Aleinu, which can be found on page 282 in your Sidurim, 282, and together we stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו מודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Please be seated.
Hi, my name is Matthew Vitale. I've been a part of B'nai Israel since I was 3 months old, from running down the aisles at Tat Shabbat to standing on the bima leading my bar mitzvah service. No matter how old I was, I always felt welcome inside B'nai Israel synagogue. Though many times have changed throughout my life, B'nai Israel has always been a constant I could count on. To me, confirmation is reaffirming my relationship with God post-bar mitzvah. While many people think the mourner's Kaddish is only about mourning, just like confirmation, one of its central messages is affirming faith in God's presence. In Judaism, believing that God is always with us is essential. It brings strength and hope, especially in times of grief or hardship. This belief reinforces that God cares about us and is part of our everyday lives. The mourner's Kaddish is, in my view, one of the more reflective and meaningful prayers. One of the most valuable aspects of life is remembering those we have lost, whether they were close family members, friends, or inspiring figures who shaped our lives. Taking a moment to reflect on those who guided us can bring comfort and strength during difficult times. This prayer in particular reminds me of people I've lost who were extremely motivational. They were reliable, supportive, and always present, whether by making me laugh or offering thoughtful advice. Their presence had a lasting impact on my life. For thousands of years, Jews have turned to God's presence for guidance through life's most difficult moments. The Mourner's Kaddish encourages us to live kindly, pray sincerely, and to strive to do what is right. Even when life feels uncertain or overwhelming, our faith reminds us that we are never alone. Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish.
Please stand. In the period of Shloshim, we think of Melissa Newmark, Gary Zaidman, and Gay Angel Taylor. Our yahrzeits that occur for us this week: Scott Michael Feller, Richard Newworth, Margaret Coburn, Richard Reiner, Jeffrey Sachs, Sadie Z. Dubov, David Osofsky, Marilyn Stein, Bernard Schwamm, Mark Forst, Henry Herskowitz, Ruby Walkowicki, Elaine Schaefer, Francis Wenzel, Henry Leibowitz, Gail Fearing, Albert Bernschweig, Laura Skeets, Garfunkel, Friedkin, Joyce Suskin, Cynthia Rosenkrantz, Rabbi Nathan Bark, George Silverstein, Victoria Deer, Lester Lansky, Riva Schreiber, Lori Ann Weichselsbaum, Christian Vertel, Margot Engel. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time. Kaddish Tom, Mourner's Kaddish 294. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, b'alma divrach riutei v'amlich malchutei, b'chai echon v'yom v'chayei lechol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevorach leolam ulmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shemei l'kodesha brichu, לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, חיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say amen. Please be seated. If you are under the age of bar and bat mitzvah, please join us up here for Moti. Nope, there's another one over there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Some quick announcements for you on this Erev Shabbat. You thought we were going to end the service, Cantor, but there's another hour. So wonderful to be sharing in this evening with all of you and this beautiful celebration of our youth Mazel Tov to Lucas tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Woohoo. Shavuot, as I mentioned, begins on Sunday night, goes into Monday. So Monday morning we'll be having our Shavuot service. It's at 10 a.m. It will include Yisker. Next Saturday, June 6th at noon, join us as 6 of our CBI members are called to the Torah as Benot Mitzvah. Kiddush lunch will follow. Please RSVP if you'd like to attend. It's going to be wonderful and fabulous. Summer Shabbat hours will begin the weekend of Friday, June 20th, and run through the weekend of Friday, August 15th. Those are our Shabbat hours. Friday night will begin at 7 p.m. in the chapel, and Saturday mornings will begin at 10 a.m. in the chapel. You're welcome. Cantor Muchnick. This summer, join us for filling up our tzedakah boxes. You can either take a tzedakah box from the back there as your JNF tzedakah boxes, or bring your own, and we're doing pretty well. So we're doing pretty well. Keep filling them up and bring them back to us. And something else back there. Also, bring them back to us at the end of the summer. And just as a reminder, the Mishaberach list is cleared at the end of every month. I hope that everything is okay. Okay, those are all the announcements. Oh, Cantor Muchnick, anything you want to add?
No.
Okay. You sure?
Positive.
You sure? All right, great. Okay. This is your last chance, because then we're going to end the service. So
Let's end the service.
Are you good? All right, that's good. All right, Tfilat HaDerech 345 is where we're going to end our service.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find our way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
Adonai Oz La'amo Yiten Adonai Varech et Amo V'Shalom. May God, who gives us strength, we'll hope we continue to give us strength and love and peace. Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov.